We're going to be talking about driving in the cold, getting out on the road. I want to say thank you for being here. Hopefully everything is good. It is 22 degrees. It is freezing. So I have layers on. I got a hat on. Shout out to Prairie View A&M to go to National Championship. It's cold. We're in the Midwest. So we're going to start up our car. We're at a gas station, and we're going to let this thing warm up a moment. I got a nice cup of coffee. You want to stay warm, and you want to be prepared in case your car breaks down. We don't want to have a breakdown, but you got to be ready for it. We're not late, but we got to get moving here. So I'm going to take you through the process. We're making sure our car is clean, safe, ready to go, as reliable as possible. Good battery. The car's less than 2 years old, but it doesn't mean anything. You still have conditions where batteries just won't work in the cold. Also, we want to make sure we have good tires to have tread. So we have high output lights. Lights are very important. You want to be able to see. You want to be clear. And I'm sliding already, coming out of the gas station parking lot. Now we're going to be getting on the I-94 interstate. And we're going to be dealing with this cold. There's the Tesla going by. I wonder what that range is on that car. We've been off the last couple of days because of the cold, but now we're back in. We're back in the grind. We're back safely because of the weather. We're going to make our left turn. This is Clover. And speaking of electric vehicles, that's one ahead of us. So we want to go down slow and take our time. And we want to try to stay on the pavement. We always talk about lane line reference points. We want to be on the left side of the white line, on the right side of the yellow. This is a cloverleaf. We do not want to hit any potential ice. Man, I'm trying to hold this wheel, and then we're going to accelerate out. And this is where a lot of drivers panic because you really have to practice merging. And it can be scary. Occasionally when you don't practice and go out enough, you won't really feel comfortable, and you're going to be inconsistent. Middle lane. The middle lane is the safest. I find that you can see traffic to the left, in front of you, and to the right. We're at about 75 miles an hour. Try to settle down. I like the visibility. We can see pretty clearly, so I feel safe with that. The car is definitely warmed up now, or heat's in here. I'm looking for cars that are dangerous, that are not with the flow, going too fast, going too slow, driving erratic. We are all trying to get where we're going. We're all trying to be safe, and we all really want to take care of what we need. That car didn't use a blinker. Those small things mean a lot. Practice good skill sets of using your blinker, of not tailgating. The most common type of collision out on an expressway is a rear-end collision, running into someone, or a side swipe. We almost had a side swipe accident a couple of days ago. I did check the blind spot, but I still missed that car that was in my potential blind spot. I'm gonna keep rolling along, being safe. You always want to think about safety. They have a dash cam. I definitely recommend that. And that's an omen. I left my dash cam at home. It's a front and rear view and vehicle. And we're trying to readjust our speed. Now I'm starting to relax. And you want to be at a level 2. You want to be aware, but not too relaxed, but not stressed. Okay, I'm going to make a lane change. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. It feels good. It was cold. So now I have a hat on. I have layers. I have some nice boots and jeans. I feel warmer, but if you break down, you're instantly going to lose your heat. Trying to just settle down with the flow. Traffic is moving pretty good, but we don't want to have something called highway hypnosis. So I'm lifting my foot, Tennessee. So we want to keep moving. I felt the car being pulled, and we want to be safe. Always have a person who likes routine. We all do. We all love routine. We all want to make sure that we're safe, and we always want to make sure that we're doing what we need to be successful. And this means driving at a good speed, not tailgating. Really just taking our time in driving at a speed that is safe, being good following distance, have good speed, good space, and a smile, and know what's in a hurry. And if you are in a hurry, all you're going to do is crash and have an accident. So it's not worth it. Forcing someone to go faster than they normally are is not what good driving protocol is about. Driving at a speed that is safe, and if you have to make lane changes to get around traffic, you can. But if you're cutting lanes left, right, that's an erratic lane changer. And once you drive, 1 or 2 or 3 years, you're going to learn the behavior of your car, the behavior. And there's traffic in all lanes. So I'm okay to be here. A lot of people said, hey, you need to be getting over. You need to quit cruising in the left lane. There's traffic in all 3 lanes. So trying to be really smooth on the curve, trying to take my time. Thank you. We're trying to adjust. We're at 70 now, we're going down to about 60. I'm trying to keep good speed and good space, not tailgate. It's a lot of heavy traffic here. So you might as well just settle down, get a good pace, enjoy the journey. There's nothing we really can do right now in terms of trying. I don't really particularly like when people just cut over like that. It kind of throws you off a little bit, kind of startles you. And why am I so critical? I need to be, because I'm a state certified driving instructor and I'm here to help you. And we're keeping our good speed and good space. And that Durango that got over, they're probably going to come back over again. See, anticipation. So they are the problem. Don't be a problem driver like that. What do you mean? They're cutting to the left. They're cutting, going on with this driver. So what do we need to do? Just keep doing what we're doing. Maintain good speed, maintain good pace, and just try to be consistent out here on the road. That's all you can do. Be consistent with your speed. Consistent. Stay real smooth. Not try and glide through the curve. This is not a race car. This is not a race course. I see the backup, so I slowed down early. I'm trying to be really easy on the brakes. I'm looking ahead. One person said you need to turn on your 4 ways. We're not a semi truck. I have adequate following distance, but I really enjoy reading your comments, and I really need all of you to subscribe to the channel. I need you to go ahead and be ready to participate. We're just here chilling. That's a nice Ford Raptor. Even though I'm not into Fords like that, it would be nice. My budget's around $50,000. For a lot of you, you're going to afford that Toyota, maybe a Jeep. We all have budgets, but we all want to fit in our budget. Don't buy a car you can't afford. Take it from me. I bought a car I cannot afford. The payments were crazy, and for 3 years I struggled. Thank God we sold the car. We made a profit. Trying to be really easy around this curve. I'm lifting my foot again, looking ahead. You can see all the brake lights on. I don't want to over accelerate or rear end someone. This can be very overwhelming. All I'm doing is scanning in the front to the right to make sure I have space in case someone comes out in front of me. This is why a lot of people don't drive. This is very overwhelming. A lot of anxiety. This causes a lot of stress. but also as an opportunity. And that's what I want to show you guys, the opportunity to drive yourself, to get to work, to pick up your kid, to help your parents. And that's what driving will do. Driving will give you that independence. It will give you the freedom. It's not free. You have to get a job. If you have an electric car, you got to charge it. If you have a gasoline car, you got to put gas in. You have to have insurance. You have to follow the laws on the road. You have to be accountable, and if you tell someone you're going to be there at a certain time, be there. Listen to them. Support them. We all have a responsibility. No one's driving free out here. We all have insurance. We have license. Some states require insurance, some do not. We require a minimum of no-fault insurance. We're really just something called catastrophic vehicle coverage in case we were in an accident and we require 24-hour care. Some people in the legislation want to stop that. Other people want to say, hey, right up to speed. And you saw me hit those turbos and get up to speed, but the car's still not running right. It sounds different. So if your car sounds different, something is going on. And it's okay to pass vehicles like this, but then we're gonna kind of settle down again and be safe and lift our foot. And now we're back to a much more safer speed. And I'm gonna keep moving. And I feel safe. I'm looking ahead. I see this truck ahead of me. So I'm scanning left, middle, and right. And then I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Now we're moving again. And I'm looking at the flow of the traffic, making sure cars are moving. I'm looking for the most dangerous driver. And when you learn how to drive, you will identify certain elements of a driver. Fusion. It's okay to have tinted windows, but if they're too dark, you really can't see. And that's the legal issue too with our law enforcement. Shout out to the law enforcement and the flock safety cameras. They're doing their job. It causes a lot of controversy in communities. But if you're breaking the law, you fear the flock cameras. If you're following the law, then you don't really have a problem with the flock cameras. I have no problem with them. I think as long as the information is used to keep our communication and keep our community safe, that's fine. If they're used for things they're not intended to, then we have a problem. I'm lifting my foot. This curve is really sharp, and I'm really trying to stay smooth. Imagine being on this for 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. It does make you tired. You do need to get out. And what happens hour after hour after hour is called highway hypnosis. And I'm really being careful, scanning, keep moving. And I'm lifting my foot a little bit, scanning left. I'll get over one lane to the right. I'm trying to stay. We're in the right edge line to the right, broken white lines to the left, and to the left you have a yellow line. We're in America, so we drive on the right. R-I-G-H-T. Traffic is moving pretty smoothly. Nice little G-Wagon, looks nice. And you have to balance what you want with the type of vehicle you can afford. 75 I can't afford. And then you're gonna eventually have to move it out of your parents' basement. Right, that car's aggressively tailgating me. And then I'm gonna go up real easy. Now I'm gonna squeeze my brakes. Uh-oh, there is a backup on the ramp. So I'm checking behind me. I'm trying to keep good speed and good space. Slim T, okay. So I'm gonna keep my space, and I'm really checking behind me to make sure it could come up very fast, 70, 80, 90, 100. And if someone hits the car behind me, they hit me, we're gonna have a multi-car collision. So I wanna keep room. If there was a collision, I could drive up on the embankment to the right. Well, I don't know if I wanna go to the left and roll the car down, that'd be scary. And then, of course, the service drive is to our right, R-I-G-H-T. And we want to keep moving up. And instant backup, just looking, observing. And now I'm going to squeeze my brakes. When a lot of you drive, your reactions will be a little bit slower. And that's what it really takes. It takes a driver who's going to really react and work with the highway transportation system. And we want to keep room around us. We want to check our mirrors. You can see me looking around, checking mirrors. And we want to make sure everything is adjusted properly. Your mirrors, your seat is comfortable. You want to pivot your foot between the brake and gas. We're driving an automatic. You want to have thin-soled shoes on because this allows you to feel the gas and brake pedal. I find some beginning drivers have the wrong shoes on. And then it's scared for them to make a commitment because you need 6 hours of driving. You need to commit to driving. And some drivers won't do that. All right, guys, so let's talk about this crossover. Potentially black ice here. I want to be careful. Oh my God, look at all that crap. So this is the crossover. We're careful. We're going to turn on our left turn signal, and then I'm going to squeeze my brake. I'm looking at the Jeep ahead of me. I'm looking at traffic to the right. I'm looking at traffic to my far right. So I'm just going to wait. I'm waiting for a gap. A gap is a space. After this vehicle, here's my gap. There I go. Made it. There was a flock safety camera behind us. You decide if you feel it's an invasion of privacy or it's really helping our community. It's yet to be determined. That's a whole nother conversation. And we're trying to be safe. We're not entering a school zone. So this is a regulatory sign and a warning sign. The regulatory sign is red and white. So we're going to come up and stop. Now we're going to make our right turn. I don't know what's going on with this semi truck. They're parked on the wrong side of the road. What is going on? Brown ice too. So I don't want to slide. All right, then we're turning hand over hand. Careful, this parking lot is full of ice. This is careful. It really means a lot. So it's a very cold day. And you want to make sure you have proper clothing. I got a hat on my head, got a vest, got layers. Tell people where you're going in case your car breaks down. Like, look at my wiper now. See that big chunk of ice, right? That's real out here. And it's stuck on my wiper. So I want you to see that, to know that it's real out here, okay? But I did not want to rip that off of my wiper blade because I think you need to leave with more time. Because if you're running late, you're going to speed. And then you're going to stop fast. You're going to cut off cars. If you leave on time, you can get a coffee like I did, fill up, drop your son or daughter off, drop your parent off, because we're adults. And then we have a lot of things to think about, a lot of moving parts. We're trying to get a job or get a raise. We are preparing for our weekend. It's Thursday. All my content helps you guys. Then my plan is to definitely help more adults, help more teens. So subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.